Hello, everyone. It's Lindsay Landry, intuitive and spiritual business mentor for healers and heart centered women who are ready to own their power, deepen their intuition, and get their business into alignment so that they can deepen their success with ease. In this video, I want to give you 3 tips to remember your magic. So, there's a way that we can forget how magical we really are, and when we forget our power and when we forget our magic, then we can start to work really hard. So we start pushing in our business and striving for success. Or maybe we are trying to hold all of the things together, showing up for our business and our family, and still have time for ourselves and self-care. And it can start to feel really challenging and overwhelming, and you might even find yourself at a place where you start to feel burnout. And usually when we get to this place, it's because we forget how magical we really are. We forget that we are the creators and that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take so much energy to get things done and to attract clients and to attract money. And also to attract the support that you need in all areas of your life. So if you are ready to dive in, I invite you just to get comfortable and take a few deep breaths. So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just allowing yourself to settle into this moment. So you may be in the middle of your work day, maybe in between clients. So just allowing yourself to pause and get fully here, fully present. And I invite you to, before we dive in, set an intention of what you would like to receive. So anytime we are doing anything, there's always an exchange. There's always an energy exchange that's available for us. So, whether we are putting out content on Facebook or we are, taking an Epsom salt bath to relax, there's always an energy exchange. So in everything you do, you have the opportunity to set an intention for what you would like to receive. So just for being here, for listening to this recording today, I invite you to set an intention for what you would like to receive. Beautiful. So now we will dive into the 3 steps to remember your magic. And so the first step is, I want you to remember times when you were going through something really challenging and you got through it. So I invite you to take some time to journal on this and to really, you don't have to go into detail about each of these situations, but really make a list. Make a list of these different times and situations in your life, whether it was struggling financially, or maybe fighting with your partner, or maybe feeling maxed out with work and with, your house and your children and all of the things, and just really feeling at that place of being maxed out and not knowing how things were going to work out or how you were going to get through. But making a list of these different situations. Often our struggles are the things that also lead us to our gifts. They lead us to our magic. Our gifts come from our struggles. So even as a child, when we don't feel loved, or we don't feel seen, or we don't feel supported, those are the times, those are the situations that actually lead to our intuition and us developing our gifts of being empathic and being able to meet people and hold space and see others, in a really powerful way. So our struggles hold the same type of energy. They hold gifts for us. So today I invite you to, take some time to list your challenges that you have successfully overcome. And then the second thing that I want you to reflect on is times when you've manifested things. So when have you manifested things, whether it was, again, money, or maybe it was a free trip, or maybe you had no idea what the next step was for you, and then something magically fell into your place. So when you start to remember these times of, not trying and not putting forth a lot of effort and still having things show up for you and still having that magical feeling, of being taken care of and of attracting the things that you desired, then you can also start to remember that you did this, and you can bring that energy into your business. So it doesn't have to be challenging. You don't have to push. You can use the same manifesting magical energy. So I want you to go through and remember the times when you manifested or called things into you. And then the last step that I have for you today is to remember the times when you've been supported. So it might be, when you were going through a struggle, or maybe, again, feeling really burnout, and you had support show up for you. And this can be from other people in your life, friends, family, or maybe it's even from spirit. Maybe you were having a really bad day and you found a feather and it totally shifted the energy, or it's like the right person showed up at the right time. So similar to the manifesting energy, but more so being supported, just really feeling supported and having that support show up for you. So I want you to go through and make a list of these times. So there's a way that we can forget about these things, right? We forget about how, without even trying, we have brought things to us, how things have shown up for us. And so when we take the time to remember, and we take the time to remember even when we didn't even realize or know that things were going to show up, that they did, it can give us this new sense of trust, this new sense of remembering and of knowing that we are still going to be taken care of today and wherever you are in your business right now. And this can happen so often when we're growing our business. There's a way that I know this happens for me and a lot of my business besties that I talk to. It's like every time you launch something, it sort of might feel like the first time. Like, how am I going to fill this up? Am I going to get enough people? And so when we remember our magic, we remember the times when we have filled things up, when we have gotten that client, even though we didn't know how we were going to do it, then we can lean back into that feeling. We can lean back into the trusting and into the allowing, and then we don't have to operate out of that fear and out of that push energy. So as you dive in and go through these 3 questions and start to remember your magic, I would love to hear from you. I would love to just hear any ahas. I'd also love to just hear, how does that feel, remembering this? How does that feel for you? And so you can simply respond to this email, or you can come join us in the Soul Inspired Success Facebook group and share with us there. I'm sending you so much love and so much magic.